this computer. Awesome, guys. What's going on, everyone? I am super excited, super fired up, and just grateful to be on this call tonight, our Monday mindset call we do every single week, 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm throwing down tonight, and guys, I'm just very humbled and grateful and appreciate the opportunity to do so. For those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Abigail Poston. 24 years old. I'm out here in Arizona, and guys, I've been with IML for a little over 2 years now. And this platform, this skill set, the people, the relationships, just everything as a whole has blessed my life in so many different ways. And I'm very excited to come on this call. And guys, tonight's call, I'm really gonna dive in and be able to give you guys a recap of this past weekend, the IML Unleashed Vegas event. Guys, I know that there's people on this call right now. I want to give some of them an opportunity to speak towards the end of this call and give their perspective, their experience on the event as a whole, because I really think it's important. And I want to kind of give you guys the purpose of this call tonight. So if you have a pen and paper, make sure you have that ready to go. I'm going to be giving you guys some value. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, the value and the information that was dropped this weekend was ridiculous. I'm going to be a little vulnerable with you guys tonight as well, a little transparent on not only my perspective, my biggest takeaways, but the biggest thing that I want you guys to understand for this call, the purpose of this call tonight is really for you to understand the power of events. So I've got some notes here. I want to go ahead and recap this weekend and really allow you guys to understand the power of events. Like I said, I've been in IML for the last little over 2 years. This is my 6th event that I've attended. And I got to tell you guys, this was probably one of the best events that I've ever gone to. Not just for the size. I think this was one of the biggest events that we've had, but in terms of the impact that it made on me. There was just so much information, so many stories, so many things that just triggered me on an emotional level, and it really made a connection. And I really think that this is what it's all about. And I want to read this to you. Someone on the team, Alex, if you guys know her, Alex Mayorga, she made a post today, and I want to read this to you because she basically talked about the event and the impact that it had on her. And it just really explains deeply why events are so powerful, why they're so important, and why they're a necessary part of your success and achieving the goals that you desire. It's about getting around the right people. It's about being in the right environment, at the right place at the right time. You can rub shoulders with leaders and role models and teachers, educators, traders in the same room. That's so powerful. And so I want to recap what she said really quick on her post. She said, this weekend was bigger than me, bigger than all of us, truly. The seed, so she's been in for 2 years too. She said the seed was planted 2 years ago. And events like this weekend watered and nurtured my seed of desire to never forget why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. She said we have to put ourselves in these types of environments to elevate our energy, to keep pushing. Right? How many of us on this call ever feel, life knocks us down, chaos happens, the storm is coming for all of us. We might be going through some storms right now. We might be in some hardships right now. We might be struggling right now. But guys, I'll drop it in. I'll drop it at the end. Her Insta is Alexandra Mayorga 1. To become obsessed with our goals and believe that it can be done. She said, grateful for the amazing stories I heard, all the value that was said. Guys, it's so important that we understand that. Like, the event is so much bigger than this. And I know everybody on this call, we're in this to learn this skill. We're in this to master this skill set. This skill set is something like nothing we've ever seen. This is not just like any other skill. This has the ability to multiply your income. Most people, I did a Facebook Live today, most people do not understand, do not have the financial awareness, the financial literacy to take the money that they already have and multiply it, right? This skill is phenomenal. It's a blessing. And once you understand how to leverage this for yourself, okay, it's going to be a weapon for you. For the rest of your life, you'll have it. Nobody can take away from you. And so this event this weekend was so much more than the skill set. I mean, they released so much value on the product side, on the services, on the tools that are truly helping people increase their accounts, grow their accounts. But more so than that, guys, it was about the mentality. And like I was telling you, how many storms have we gone through? How many painful times have we experienced? They lock us down. And guys, the farther away, and I can attest to this because I've experienced it for myself, the farther I got away from the campfire, okay, and I thought that I could do this by myself, right? I thought I was good. You know, you're on a winning streak with trading or whatever it may be. The further I got from the campfire, my light started to go out, right? My ego started to go up. My bank account started to go down. It's a cycle. In events like this, bring you home, bring you back to center, realign you, recharge you, get your energy right, get your alignment right with yourself, with your perspective on how you see you and your surroundings. And I want to kind of give you guys some of my biggest takeaways from this weekend, because I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to be a little vulnerable with you. I cried so many times this weekend, and it's a good thing. Tears of joy, tears that just brought so much emotion and energy to the table, because I was realizing who I am in those moments. I heard so many stories from people, and guys, this is what it's all about. We learn by example, and we can learn and become inspired and empowered by hearing other people's stories. Why? Because we can make a connection, because we can relate to them, because we can say, you know what, because they did it, I can do it too. They're no different than me. They're just like me in some way, shape, or form. I don't have to know you to know you. I just have to know myself. We all experience pain to a certain degree. And being in that environment, being in that same room with the guys, the energy was ridiculous. When you're around that kind of energy, that high vibrating energy, every single week out here in Arizona, we get together as a team, as a group, as a unit, as a community, and we come together. And the whole purpose, guys, I mean, yeah, we're going over charts. Yeah, we're doing this. We're leveraging tools, all that good stuff. Sometimes we'll put in a trade together, whatever happens, okay? The whole purpose of the meetups is honestly to get back that energy, to get back to our center, because things happen all the time, and we get knocked off. But being able to come back to a community like that, this is what this is about. And so having those 6-month apart events gets us to look forward to something. I'm going to tell you guys, I feel so grateful. I feel so inspired. I feel so empowered. I'm just starting to get my voice back because I was screaming. And if you were at that event this weekend and you were yelling and screaming and dancing around, whatever it may be, I'm going to tell you guys right now, the first couple events that I went to, I thought it was kind of silly. I thought it was weird. I thought it was kind of dumb that I was dancing around and screaming because they were telling me to scream. But when they said it, I think Alex Moore and Yvonne Tapia said it. They were like, we're not just up here to tell you guys to scream to look dumb or anything like that. We're telling y'all to scream for your goals. We're telling y'all to go out and scream and yell and get excited about your dreams, about what you're doing here, about why you're here in the first place. So every time they asked us to yell at the top of our lungs and make the sound of your belief level, okay, I screamed as hard as I could because I was putting out energy into the universe saying, this is done. My goals in trading, and I'm also building a business because I have a heart to share this with people. I just understand what it feels like to be in scarcity, to be in fear. And this weekend, guys, when I was crying, when I was just like going through my feelings for a second, it brought me back to those moments, and it allowed me to recognize my progress and how far I came, and that we're just getting started. We're not done yet. And I want you guys to understand that for yourself. Whatever you're going through right now, it's the beginning right now. Whatever your goals are. And this weekend just allow me to realign with my goals. Allow me to realign with my dreams and get real about myself and what I was doing. I want to share with you guys. Jason Brown said this. Honestly, there were so many amazing speakers, but Jason said this on the call or at the event. He said, when are you going to stop being comfortable with your bad habits? And I was like, oh my God, you're speaking to me. And I was like, this is crazy. He just said that. Like his whole speech, I felt like he was just speaking to me, man. There was things that were said, and I was like, do you know my story? Do you know what I'm going through? You guys ever like talk to somebody or hear somebody share a message and you're like, do you know me? Because I felt like he was just talking to me. How many of us, I've been living, guys, I'm gonna be very vulnerable with you because I think sharing stories are so powerful because it allows you guys to understand you're not alone, and it's okay with wherever you are. You just have to acknowledge where you are. Be true with who you are and authentic in the place that you're in right now, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get to where you're trying to go. The only way you're going to be able to grow to where you're trying to go. And for me, guys, I've been acting in fear for honestly a long time. You know, I have these big grandiose dreams and visions, and I'm telling you guys for perspective purposes and my experience from the event, because there's just so many things that were said. And because I was moving in fear, right? I would make these decisions and I'd have this belief, but my heart was hardened with doubt. Okay, my heart was hardened with doubt. So every decision I was making was backed by fears, backed by doubt, by worry, by scarcity. I wasn't thinking abundantly. I wasn't becoming abundant. I didn't have that mindset fully. So every time I made a decision, I was actually taking steps backwards. You know, I'll go 5 steps forward and 7 steps backwards, whatever, right? Because I had doubt in my heart. And so this weekend just made me realize, you know, a couple things. I'll read them to you. Chance and Sam, honestly, guys, the IML TV day, this is kind of crazy, but I believe as long as you got your main event ticket, the IML TV day was open to everyone. So if you just got your ticket, you could have gone to the IML TV day, which was Friday, 5 different sessions. Plus, everybody got to go watch and see Christopher Terry for like an hour and a half. He just threw down. How would you like to be in a room with a man who's made past profits don't equal future results, but be in a room with somebody who's made multiple 8 figures? Guys, it's ridiculous. Okay. And so the IMLTVA was amazing. And I remember Chance and Sam said this in their room. I mean, their session was just amazing. They did amazing. I don't know if they're on this call at all, but they did phenomenal. If you see them or if you talk to them, let them know and get on their sessions, because they're just absolutely crushing it. But they said you need to make a conscious decision. And it's not just a one-time decision, right? You make that decision in the moment, but what happens when that moment is over, right? The emotions come back in. Forget the quote. It's like, you know, I'm not even going to say it. Forget it. But, right, you make that conscious decision. And every day when you wake up, it's a new day, right? We sleep in. We snooze our alarm because we're in our feelings. We're in our emotions. Right? You have to get real about your situation and where you are. And every single day you have to make that decision again until it becomes what? Discipline yourself long enough until it becomes habit, becomes automatic. We already know we have to wake up and brush our teeth. We already know we have to wake up and do whatever our agenda is because we made it automatic. We have to get to a point where what we're doing becomes subconscious. That's how you're going to master the charts anyways, right? You have to make what you're doing subconscious to become successful. Just like in life, every single day, you have to make that decision for yourself that today's not going to be like, you know, the old Abby. It's not going to be like what I was, you know, a week ago or the next day or whatever. You have to remake that decision. You have to declare what you want out of your life. So there's so many amazing people. I'm going to kind of go through this, and then I do want to bring up a few people that are on this call that were at the event and maybe share 30 seconds to a minute on, you know, why events are so powerful. Maybe, you know, your biggest takeaway and why, basically your whole experience with everyone, so they can see, not just from me, but from others, what your takeaway was from the entire event. But making a conscious decision, believing in yourself. I mean, belief is like really what this is all about, right? It's always elevating your belief and getting to the point where your belief is untouchable. It's unshakable. You know, doubt comes in your mind. You dismiss it. You have an unpenetrable mind. So every time doubt, worry, and fear come near you, dismiss it, right? It's not that fear doesn't exist. You just don't believe in it, right? You believe in other things. You believe in things that allow you to grow, that allow you to prosper, that allow you to be abundant. And there's guys, I want to read you some quotes because some of this is like really, really powerful. So if you take notes on this part. David Imonitie said this. He said, let your actions confess your level of belief. Let your actions confess your level of belief. Because guys, we don't take action on things that we don't believe in. If you don't believe that you can do something, if you don't believe that you can build your account to 6, 7 figures, whatever it may be, if you don't think that you can, you know, build an organization to chairman or whatever, right? You're not going to take the necessary actions to do so. David Imonitie said, let your actions confess your level of belief. So the more action that you take, the more disciplined action that you take, consistently going all out on you, on your goals, on your dreams, that's confessing your level of belief. I was like, wow, I was in awe when he said that. Another thing that they said, you know, this is kind of tagging along. He said, your actions determine your level of your commitment. Your actions determine your level of commitment. to what you're doing. So if you're not consistent, you're not plugging in, you're not, tuning into the IML TV sessions or leveraging the tool that you told yourself that you're going to do, or, practicing on demo this new strategy, or following your criteria for trading, whatever it may be, okay, your actions tell all. Your level of commitment, your level of belief. I just thought those two things were just absolutely phenomenal. I love this. I think Lisaldo from the Teacup Strategy, he said this. He said, and this ties into everything into life. He said, your next trade is your best trade. Because how many times do we take a trade and we take that trade based on the trade that we took before? And whether it's good or bad, right? You got to reset. You can't be emotionally attached to your previous results. You got to move on. You got to know how to bounce back quickly. And that's something that I'm working on as well. But he said, your next trade is your best trade. Having that mentality every time we move forward. God, there's so many good things here. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to kind of share this last part, and then I want to bring up a couple other people. My biggest thing, guys, was just to give you the power of events, my perspective, and a couple big takeaways. Obviously, use the services. The services work. It's a question of, do you work consistently, disciplining yourself? Another big thing that they talked about was our process. A lot of times we like to, get out of our lane. We like to, look at what other people are doing. You have to run your own race. This is your race. Nobody else is going to pay your bills other than you. Nobody else is going to build your account other than you. Your job is to plug in consistently on IML TV and leverage the tools, leverage the educators, or whatever that you're using on a consistent basis. Stay in your own lane, own your process. Austin Godsey said this. He said, the process is about your emotional intelligence. Can you be, that's amazing. Kind of going back to your next trade is your best trade. Don't get emotionally involved. Be able to dismiss whatever's going on in your life and reset yourself, bouncing back quick, right? Your process is your process. Don't be out there comparing yourself to other people. I've been guilty of that. It's mentally and emotionally and spiritually draining. You're giving your power, your energy to others. You're not able to focus on you and your growth. And then I want to share this last part, and then I'm going to call up some people. Okay, I'm going to share this with you. So when this girl, I don't even know who it is, but when this girl spoke on stage, she was talking about trading and just her process as a whole. And she said something, and something dropped in me. Something hit me when she said this. And I just out of nowhere, just broke out and started crying. And because I can remember when I graduated from college, for those of you that don't know, maybe this can empower you and inspire you in some way. When I graduated from university, I was out-of-state tuition in over $100,000 student loan debt. I was naive as hell, 22 years old, broke as a joke, no financial plan. My future looked pretty daunting. I was intimidated for the next chapter of my life, and I needed a sense of hope, right? I was looking for something. I was needing a change, and so going from this kid who didn't know what she was doing almost 3 years later now, who had no financial plan, to now being casted and gifted and blessed with the opportunity of a lifetime to learn a skill set in the largest financial market in the world from phone that we all have the opportunity to do. I've now become financially empowered. I've now allowed myself. I invite you to allow yourself, right? I now allowed myself to become financially empowered, to become financially aware and literate on how to take the money that I already have and multiply it. Most people don't know how to do that. This is a blessing that we have. This is a gift, the gift of wealth creation. Do we understand the opportunity that's in front of us? Do we understand what's in front of us to go out and create whatever we want to create in our life? So being able to go from not having any financial awareness or plan to now being financially empowered, I literally sat there when this girl was talking and sharing her story. Something just hit me like a rocket. And I just broke down and started crying. And I wrote, my goal hit me. I was like, it's done. It's done. And so I wrote down my goal. I should share it with you, right? I actually made my goal card. I'll read it to you. If you don't have a goal card, you don't need to get a goal card. I actually wrote out 3 of these today. I'm putting them like on here in my car, my bathroom. I need to write a couple more because every time I go to pick up a book, every time I leave a place, every time I leave my room or whatever, I'm reading this 10 times. So I'll share it with you guys. Hold me accountable! Hold me accountable because I've never felt more convicted in this. And if you guys want to share your goals with me or whatever with your leaders, go for it. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm Chairman 10 and have paid off my student loan debt through trading, and I'm sharing my story on stage in Dallas to empower and give people hope that it's possible. Signed and dated. Guys, you got to know your goals. And when I wrote that down, I was like, this is done. You ever have this feeling? So, guys, I'm excited. I'm super fired up. And I told Alex, I looked at her and I said, I'm going to war for my dreams and I'm not coming back until I'm done. Until it's done. So make that decision for yourself. Understand that you can do anything that you set your mind to. Stay around the campfire. Events are so extremely powerful. I just shared my take on it. And so if you could, for those of you that went to the event this weekend, I want to stop talking and I want to pass it over to you guys. For those of you that went to the event this weekend, can you maybe just message in the chat? I actually might be able to see. Just say you went. I'll pick on you. I actually see some people. Let's do it. I see Spencer first. Spencer, you want to unmute yourself? I'll unmute you. And just kind of share. Go for it, bro.
Let's see. Oh, man. To say the least, if you didn't attend the event, man, life-changing information, so much growth, and being around a community of people that want nothing more than to see you strive and achieve every single one of your goals. And to consistently be around that and to consistently be around the campfire 3 days in a row, running off no sleep, tight Airbnb situations. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's all about the journey. And everybody needs to experience something like that. And it's situations like that that cause you to grow, that cause you to think about your life situations and why you're doing what you're doing. And that's extremely powerful. And, there was so much takeaway from this weekend that whoever didn't attend this event, you're missing out. Make sure you attend the next one because it's only going to be tenfold, That's it. Like, plain and simple. It was fire. Don't miss the next one.
Be there. Awesome, fam. Thank you. Who else is on here? Sheesh is right. Bob, I see you. Can you unmute yourself and kind of share a little bit?
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me? Cool. Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing event. It hit the heart. I mean, since Les Brown came up, I mean, his story never gets old. I could hear it over and over and over, and it just never gets old. And to see him live, in person, man, that was amazing. So, like Spencer said, don't miss the next event. If you change your life, something will just trigger. Anyone you hear from that event, it's just gonna trigger in your mind, so you can grow up and just get what's going on, right? So nobody said it was gonna be easy. It takes work. Just work harder. Master the trading. Master. Stick with one strategy. Don't be jumping around ships, right? Stick with a group that's going to be consistent, right? Stick with that person who's going to be there, who's going to have your back and go from there. So, yeah, it was great. So I hope to see everybody in Dallas.
Let's go. Appreciate you. Who else is on here? I think I saw Robert really quick. Robert, you want to unmute yourself? And go for it.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're good.
I just hopped on. So what are we just going over what we took from Vegas?
Yeah, biggest takeaway and why events are so powerful.
All right. You guys can see me too, right? All right, cool. So I personally, this was my second event, and let me tell you, every single time I go, I get more and more and more pumped. Oh my God, let me tell you, every single night, all we did was work. every single night. And it shouldn't just be in convention, right? This is just designed to give you value and to give you that energy that you need. And now that I'm back, all I want to do is do the same exact thing, duplicate what I took at convention, working until 3, 4 in the morning, getting up at 6, 7 in the morning just to be there early, take notes. That's all I want to do is do the same thing, duplicate what I took from convention and apply it to my everyday life. So I got back from Vegas at 8 in the morning, and that, that was on me. We decided to leave a little bit late because we were having fun. We were working even after convention was over, and I got home 8 in the morning, took a little 4-hour nap, and now, as you can see, I'm out and about. I'm coaching. That's my second life as well. And then after this, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna work. So I got a lot of value, and not just from one person, not from two, but literally from everybody. And I connected with a ton of people and a ton of chairmen out there that gave me so many nuggets. So if you want to know what I took away from that, please just let me know. But yeah, Vegas, oh, I can't wait for Dallas, baby. I'm gonna get that VIP pass, and you need to get it too.
Yay! Let's get it! Let's get it! I hope everybody gets their butt to Dallas. Okay, I don't identify with some of these names on here. Can somebody unmute themselves who went to the event? I would love, and I know everybody on this call would love to hear from you. If you went to the event, go ahead and unmute yourself and just start laying it out.
I'll go.
Go
Can you hear
for
me?
it. Go for it.
Hey, thanks, Abby. I don't know if you guys can see me that well. I'm Kashane. Yeah, this is my third event, and this is my best one. I love this one the most. I actually got the pleasure of being able to go with my teammate and experience it through his first event. And you might have met him. It was Dennis, and he had a smile on his face the entire time. And it was just another experience for me to be able to be next to him the whole time, seeing it through fresh eyes. And I think that's what helped me make it the best experience ever, the best event. The importance of events really, really stood out for me this time. I was able to really see the value. Obviously, I'd gotten the value for myself, but being able to see someone I'd been working with for months, trading with for months, and he was able to get that exact same kind of value, and he was able to really break through some of his roadblocks that I knew he'd been facing. It was amazing. The events really, really do speak to you. They're long, and they draw out the whole day, and there's a reason they do that, is because that's where you get to break down more walls. That's where you get to get more vulnerable. You see everyone else cheering, you see everyone else crying and hitting their breakthroughs, and you know it's going to happen for you. Maybe not in the first day. For me, it happened the first day. It happened in the workshops. I got to see some teachers that I haven't really seen before, and it was just amazing. I loved hearing from new people, and of course seeing some of the olds. Chance and Samantha are my number ones to this day, and they're great. And it was just such a great experience. And yeah, like these guys have said, every single person you get something from, even the Spanish speakers. For me, I got something from them. You can see their emotion, you can see their passion. And I sat next to Edgar, and he speaks Spanish, and he's like, yeah, the translations aren't perfect, but they're there. Like, and so yeah, it was awesome. I was really getting so much value out of it, and I can't wait for Dallas.
Heck yeah, bro. I really appreciate you sharing. I just want to piggyback off of what you said, because it's so true. Like, sometimes, like, I couldn't understand what they were saying, but it doesn't matter. We don't have to speak the same language. We can just speak energy. And like, half the time, like, they're up there screaming and yelling, and I can just feel it. And I know the whole room can just feel it. That's powerful. Appreciate you, bro. Anybody else on here that is willing and able to share their experience, I would really, and I know everybody else would really appreciate it. We'll do a couple more people if they're on. Bob, is Christy around? Christy, are you on there? You want to give a little insider? Or is she away? All good.
Not sure where she's at.
Okay, no worries. If you want Christy's perspective. Oh, wait, she unmuted herself. Go for it.
Sorry, Matthew's still sick, so I have him here.
Oh.
It was a rough weekend. with the kids at the convention. We had to take them because they're sick, but there was no excuse. We made it happen, and we got there and did what we had to do. And there's just so much to take away from the convention. You really have to be there, like everyone else said, to feel the energy. That's like everything to feel. Like I got chills with some of these speakers. Like Abby said, you feel so many emotions. You cry, you laugh, you bond with so many people. You meet people from all over the world. Just to see that alone, so many people coming together to one place with one purpose. That's just like so amazing. But probably one of my favorite speakers was Les Brown. It was not one dry eye in the whole building. My God, it was so amazing. I recorded the whole thing. I'll probably post it up for you guys so you guys could see it firsthand. But there's just so much to take. You really do have to be there for the next one.
Wow. I'm really, really glad that you shared that, because people need to understand they came with their 2 kids and they were sick. And guys, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So I really, really appreciate all of you guys who shared. If there's somebody on here that went, just open your mic and interrupt me and just start talking. But I really appreciate everybody who jumped on.
Yo, Abby, sorry to interrupt. Yo, did you have to go to a convention to share?
Did you go to the convention?
No, I was there in spirit.
Okay, go ahead and share your thoughts, bro.
I got my tickets literally the night they went on sale for Dallas. So I'm freaking pumped. And to be connected with this community, I mean, it's just the humans that are in this are like bar none the best in the entire world. Everybody wants to grow. It's like somebody's like, oh yeah, I want to be broke today, guys. They're like, oh, I want to be sick all day today. Like, no, it's progression, it's growth, it's elevation of consciousness. And I'm down with all that. And Abby, you broke it really, really down, articulated it super well. So props to you, girl. Lady boss.
Hey, I appreciate you, Will. I'm excited to meet you in Dallas. Guys, get your tickets, fam. Like, I don't know if the discount's still up. I know that they always kind of drag it out. So maybe you can sneak on there and get it. I'm telling you what, the first event that I ever went to was in Dallas 2 years ago in January of 2017. They were like $50. I think they were like actually like 40. 35. It was something crazy. So they're really cheap compared to when we first had them. I want to read this to you guys really quick. Y'all are troopers for being on here. I'm reading this book. It's called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and he talks about T. Harv Eker, for those of you that want to know. He has like 17 wealth files in here, and I want to read you, because I try to read like a chapter a day when I go to sleep, and I've been repeating this one chapter, and I want to read this one part to you guys. It was so remarkable for me. He said, wealth file number 5, rich people focus on opportunities, poor people focus on obstacles. Listen to this, because next time you get in this mentality, because I've been there. I have been there, and I catch myself now. I'm like, no, we're not thinking like this, because literally your thought process is, what you become. So what you create with your perception. So he says, rich people see opportunities, poor people see obstacles. Rich people see potential growth. Poor people see potential loss. Rich people focus on the rewards. Poor people focus on the risks. Now, there's a lot more that's to this, but I wanted to share that with you, because how many times have we allowed our why to be the reason why we don't do something, right? Or a cost, right? It costs $200 to get access to this platform. How many times, guys, I talk to so many people every single day. I hear all the time, that's too much money, I can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. 2, 3, 4 months go by. I'm like, bro, I love each and every one of you guys on this call, but I need to tell you right now, please do not allow $200. Please do not ever allow money to be the reason why you don't do something, especially in this platform, especially in this space. Guys, Garrett Roberts said this over the weekend. He said we are literally stealing information from Chris Terry. Like $160 a month is a steal for tools that make you money, for education from individuals that have taken years and years and years to study and master. And all of them are students to the game. So as you're learning from them, they're still learning. They're still growing. So you're able to pull from them. And I just read this, and it clicked for me immediately. So I wanted to share that with you. I know there's another part in here, but anyways, get the book. It's so good. I'm reading this like every day. Guys, I appreciate you. I didn't even mention Les Brown, but he was absolutely amazing. And I know he was emotional on stage, and that says something, guys. We have something so freaking special in front of us. Matt Rosa told me this when I first met him. He said, we have the opportunity of life we have the opportunity of a lifetime. Do not squander the lifetime of this opportunity. Maximize this experience. Maximize what's in front of you, this skill set. Not just that, guys. The skill set's gonna be what you have for the rest of your life, but this community, this culture, the people that you meet along the way are honestly, guys, why people stick around. I have lifetime friendships because of this. And I know you can create that same bond. You can create those same friendships for yourself. Plus, you're elevating with people that are all in the same mindset. They're all in the same category. So let's go, guys. I appreciate all of you for sticking on this call. I am pumped to see every single one of you in Dallas. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm going to post a recording if anybody wants to see this again. Other than that, y'all, peace out. Tomorrow's the Traders Call. Chance and Sam are on tomorrow. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Peace out.